Welcome, and thank you so very much for coming today to help us launch the St. Vincent DePaul Upward Spiral Comprehensive Campaign. I'm Becky Cuttino, and I am chair of the St. Vincent DePaul Board, as well as co-chair of the Upward Spiral Campaign Committee. 10 years ago, I was at a meeting with other business owners and CEOs when a friend of mine, Bart Kohler, shared his experience about volunteering with St. Vincent DePaul. He described how moving his home visits were, and that he felt that he saw the face of God in each of the neighbors that he visited. Well, the next thing I knew, I found myself here in this same building and realized that Bart was exactly right. I too see God through the dignified and compassionate service St. Vincent de Paul provides in the humility and hope of the neighbors that we serve. It's this connection that makes me want to do even more. Through the Upward Spiral Comprehensive Campaign, we can expand access to the critical assistance St. Vincent de Paul provides for our neighbors in need. We can help families avoid homelessness and stay safe and warm in their homes. We can prevent visits to the ER and life-threatening illnesses. We can provide hope that things really can get better. Please join me in watching a short video to learn more. We treat each other with dignity. That's a true reflection of St. Vincent de Paul.
There's just so much going on, they don't know where to turn.
It's in giving that we receive. That's especially true with St. Vincent de Paul.
There are so many people going hungry. There's a lot of people homeless.
We've been homeless for 7 months, living in our truck.
We said we are going to be the first ones there so we can get the birth certificate, no matter what it takes. We started out at 4 o'clock and we were here at 5.
That line can be a bit challenging.
There's a lot of people in the dark.
I haven't been in Paris since Halloween, October the 31st, 2017.
This is my experience. This is my first time down here.
St. Vincent de Paul is that safety net for those individuals in our community, just that piece to get them through, that bridge, that gap.
The Upward Spiral is meeting our neighbors at that crossroad and helping them move forward in their life.
We're obviously limited by the resources that we have, both financially and physically.
Individuals have to come back multiple days. And so if you need to have your eyes examined on one day, you've got to come back the next day to the pharmacy. And then if you need help with food, that's another day.
You wonder how they do over the night, or are they gonna come back the next day? And a lot of people don't even come back. They get discouraged.
We pray for each and every person that walks into St. Vincent de Paul, for those who we've helped and those who we haven't been able to reach.
How many times can someone come down here? It's a struggle. Gas, a lot of people don't have automobiles. They've got to either take the bus or walk.
It's a lot of working moms and dads, and they're not able to come.
The new facility truly is for our neighbors. It is a service facility dedicated to the services that we provide.
We feel people maintaining their dignity is the #1 thing we can do for them.
And I think it would be great if we could have this pantry expanded to be open more than just 3 days a week.
If they come down one time and get everything at once, then they don't have to worry about coming back again.
We are bursting at the seams here. The building's small, but when you walk in the lobby, you see volunteers hauling big carts of food, and you might see a woman in a wheelchair trying to get through that same hall.
A room that we use for clients, we also use for storage. So when we interview a patient, we're essentially doing it in a phone booth.
We are a vital link across the continuum of care. And without this service, these patients will suffer.
If it wasn't for the pharmacy, I wouldn't be able to take all the medications.
We all need to do our part, no matter how small or great it is, but to give, that we may continue to do this work, but to do it in a new way.
Equally important is the second piece of our campaign, which is to assist our conferences.
So we have 56 parish-based conferences throughout Hamilton County, and approximately 25 of those conferences on a monthly basis don't have enough resources at the local level to meet the needs of their neighbors.
Our conferences are out in the field. You're out in the neighborhoods, east side, west side, north side.
We have been responding to these needs every day to the best of our ability, and these needs continue to grow.
The invitation that we have as Catholics is to use the gifts that God's given us for the service of others.
If you have it, you have to give it back. And even if you don't have it, you should be giving it back.
This organization has been a strong steward of its money, not overspending, being very careful, and being very judicious about growing.
It's a living organization. It's comprised of people.
We're part of the body of Christ, and to the extent that someone is hurting, someone has a need, it's a blessing for us to have a chance to see if there's a way that we can help that person.
My own personal spiritual journey, has only been enriched by hanging around this place over the years and getting to meet some of the incredible clients. You often think that you're helping them, but you find out when it's all said and done that they actually help you more.
I thank God for St. Vincent DePaul.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you I have not had the opportunity to meet, my name is Mike Dunn. I'm the Executive Director for St. Vincent de Paul's Cincinnati District Council. I echo Becky's welcome and want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today for this important day in the history of St. Vincent de Paul here in Cincinnati. As you saw in our video, we often meet our neighbors at a crossroads. One car repair, one missed rent payment, or a medical emergency away from spiraling downward into potential homelessness. The Upward Spiral Comprehensive Campaign will enable us to open a new outreach center, offering our core services simultaneously 6 days a week, allowing us to assist our neighbors when they need help and with what they need. The campaign will also double the amount of assistance we are able to provide to our parish-based volunteers to better serve the 70-plus neighborhoods they are currently serving. This $12 million campaign has 117 donors thus far who have invested just north of $8 million. I want to thank each and every one of you here today who has already made a commitment to the campaign. Your generosity truly is inspiring. I particularly want to thank our faith and founder-level donors, the Catino Family Foundation, the Farmer Family Foundation, the Carol Ann and Ralph V. Hale Jr. U.S. Bank Foundation, the Height Family Foundation, the Ed and Joanne Hubert Family Foundation, and the Roger M. Miller Family Fund. Please join me in a round of applause for these donors. More work needs to be done, though, to ensure our neighbors and volunteers receive the resources they need to be successful. If you have not already done so, please consider joining us in changing the lives of countless Cincinnati families by making your pledge to the Upward Spiral Comprehensive Campaign.
So let's give a very warm welcome to Christopher.
St. Vincent de Paul, first, thank you all so much for all that you do, your 150 years of service to our community. On behalf of the Mayor, John Cranley, I bring greetings. And I think the most important thing that I want to say, first, my faith is the center of my own life. And I really enjoyed the tour. And whether it's the pharmacy piece, whether it's the pantry, these are all things that are incredibly important to our community. And without the services of this institution, so many of our families would be in a very, very bad situation and a disadvantage. I think in a practical way, I'm the Vice Mayor of the City of Cincinnati. I'm the Chair of Law and Public Safety. I'm a member of the Planning Commission. I'm also a member of Neighborhoods, and I also sit on Economic Growth and Zoning. And with all of those different committees, what you have is my commitment to support your expansion. And I think that's the most important thing you want to hear. As I sit on that committee or any of those committees, I'll be an advocate for your vision. I want to acknowledge my colleague, Councilmember Kevin Flynn, who I love and is a good friend of mine, and appreciate really his invitation. The mayor couldn't be here today because he is at a press conference regarding the flooding. So that's why I'm here in his stead. Thank you all so much, and I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for everything that you do.
My name is Dan Long. I'm the president of the District Council for Cincinnati. And it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you Dige Meadows. Dion has overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and he understands firsthand the impact that St. Vincent de Paul that has had a great impact on individuals' lives as well as our community. He's here today to share more about his personal journey and how St. Vincent de Paul has helped him create positive momentum in his life. Please help me welcome Dion.
My name is Dige Meadows. I'm a father of many kids and also a fiance, a new fiance at that. Thank you. About 7-8 years ago, I was charged with a felony, which is improper handling of a firearm, which means that I had a firearm that was in my car and the firearm was registered in my name, but the firearm was not secure in the glove compartment, so that gave me a felony. I was charged felony 5, which is the lowest felony you could ever have. And this felony stopped me from getting a job, good education, housing, and anything else. So this felony just held over me for 7 years. I was almost $10,000 in finance problems. I don't even want to go how much money I was in the hole. But with the help of someone, I have found out there was a program that helped people that have felonies and so on and so on. So I went to this job fair where I found this program called a HELP program, which I met Dominic, who also is a member of the St. Vincent de Paul. And with that HELP program, they helped me get a job at Club Chef, where I worked, and by me working good, they noticed that, and it was like, this is a good man. So St. Vincent de Paul looked out for me and cut back some of my debt, which was like rent, kids, issues, and so on and so on. By me working at Club Chef, I was fired. I wasn't just fired individually. The whole program was fired because of an incident that happened. So now I'm back in the same hole where I started from, which is debt after debt, bills after bills. But since St. Vincent de Paul knew that I was a great worker, they had connection with Buskin Bakery, who also helped returning citizens, and they gave me a chance to work at their facility where I started in sanitation. Within 90 days, I was bumped up to the assistant manager in the food safety department. And by me working extremely hard at that, I also was bumped up again to a baker's apprentice now. And now with that, I'm doing a lot better, but I also was having more bills that was from the past that was holding me back. So St. Vincent de Paul see that you working at Buskins and you was working at Club Chef, that we gonna continue to help you. So they helped me get back on my feet to where I am doing very good, that I even started my own clothing line, which is called Petty by Nature, and I sell basically everything from clothes, shoes, everything. So with that comes support and help from St. Vincent de Paul, because they said, okay, you're doing good at this job, you showed that you could do good at this job, so we're gonna help you out and help you with your business. They set me up with a class where I could start to build my own building and so on and so on. I'm working on that as we speak. But without St. Vincent de Paul, I wouldn't know where I would be. Like, they gave me the chance to see the light with the support of, okay, you need bus tokens to get back and forth, you need to take care of your license, and they also helped me get my felony expunged. Like today, I am no longer considered a felon, and I think if it wasn't for St. Vincent de Paul to let me know that you can't get this felony expunged, I'll probably still be looking for a job that will not have me in a good position. And it wasn't for Buskin Bakery, who support returning citizens and people who have felonies, I don't know where I'd be. And without the support of everyone in this room who donates and believe in to help others, who's know where the next person. So if people continue to help and support, there is another guy and another woman who also needs your support and help. So y'all keep the faith and keep supporting. Thank you.